Hi heathens! So for today's video I figured why not do a first impressions of something not out of a subscription beauty box, and that is going to be the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25-hour breathable longwear foundation. It says it is a high definition finish with medium coverage. I snagged mine in the shade 100 Ivory. I mean, it seems like it might work. I'm going to play around with the light a little bit. It is, goodness, it is daylight out, so I want to try to take advantage of any natural light while I can, because it's about to not be. But I want to show you this first. So I played with the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette yesterday, which that video will be up, but I don't know if you can tell, I still have glitter in my eyebrow and a little bit down the sides of my face. There's a little bit right in here that won't go away. So anyway, we're gonna ignore that, and if I look a little sparkly, that is why. I've already done my eyeshadow for today. I used a combination of the Morphe 9B Bronzed Babe and Sequin Super Shock Shadow by ColourPop. And I have already primed my face with the, right up here, the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer by First Aid Beauty. And everywhere else, using the AOA Studio Wonder Skin Poreless Primer, because these are two that I know how they perform on me. I tried to use the First Aid Beauty one right up here to kind of combat the dryness I get right there, especially since it is cold outside again today and I have some errands to run. So without further ado, we're gonna get right on into it. So this is what it looks like. I have not opened it yet. One thing that I appreciate is on the back, rather than just giving you the little Best Buy container, it actually has an expiration date. So mine is good until April of 2021. And it says, shake before use, lightweight skin perfecting foundation with medium coverage, breathable skin technology that moisturizes for up to 25 hours, broad spectrum SPF 20 sunscreen. So this will be good for going outside because it does have a little bit of SPF in it. The part that concerns me is that it does say it's moisturizing for up to 25 hours. I have oily skin everywhere but there. So hopefully, since it's cold outside and that does tend to make me a little drier, it won't be too bad, but we'll see. So I have shaken it. Oh, it's a doe foot. Oh, that's a really interesting shape. It's like a very wide paddle. That's cool. Smells kind of like foundation. So we're just gonna get right on in. I'm just gonna stripe it down my face. Ooh, if this oxidizes any, that's going to be very scary. How is that ivory? I feel like I was expecting a lighter shade. Oh no. Oh no. I just got foundation all in my hair. Is it just me, or is that looking kind of orange? Huh. Alright. Well, this was going to be we're gonna try this and then I'm gonna wear it out. But depending on how this blends out, where's my brush? I may not be wearing it anywhere. Okay. So I have a cat hair up my nose as per usual. So this is what it looks like. It's looking pretty orange, but we're just going to start blending it in. I don't know if I would call this medium coverage yet. I'd say it's leaning a little more light coverage. Like, I can kind of see it, but I don't see that it's covering too much. Like, this side is looking really dark, and I don't know why. It also seems to dry down really quickly. That's concerning. I don't know that it necessarily looks as dewy as I was expecting from a very hydrating foundation. So just initially, it's not looking as dark as it did when it was just stripes down my face. And this is another reason I really like doing videos with some natural light. Sorry for the spots on my face. But it really shows me like how it's looking versus artificial lighting can kind of warp the way a product looks. So it's sitting really well. I think I'm going to add a little bit more and just see how it builds. That was a disturbing sound if y'all heard that. I'm just going to do a little bit more. And I'm going to bring this up and down on this side. Like there's still a bunch of redness coming through across my nose and right in here. Try to make sure I'm blended down the neck, especially if it does oxidize any. Because this would create a really harsh foundation. Face neckline. What would you even call that? A non-blend line? My eyebrow is so sparkly. By the way, the only reason that for today's look I did not go back into the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette is because I do want to make another video using that palette and some of the more neutral shades. Because my first video I went in mainly with Poet, which is the pinky purple shades. And I want to make a video out of using some of the other shades that are a little more like what I would reach for every day, to see if it's something that is worth, you know, using every day, or if it's just for like more glam looks. Because even though it does have like the mattes and everything in it, so you could obviously make an everyday look with the neutral shades, I want to know if I can use some of the glitter or metallic ones and still create a very, like this. This for me is an everyday eyeshadow look. It's got a bit of shimmer, but it's not crazy bright or dark or anything like that. So this does seem to be sitting very well. It's not exaggerating the dry patch on my forehead. All right, so far so good. Let me see. Oh, it's not tacky either at all. Interesting. Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about setting it because even for someone who's oily, I typically don't set this time of the year. In the summer, if I'm gonna wear foundation, you bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna set everything except right here. But this time of the year I typically don't because it's cold outside. So I don't feel like I need it quite as much. So I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and I guess let me get a bronzer. I'm just grabbing one. This is going to be the BH Cosmetics Satin Bronzer in Tranquil Tan. Get a bronzer brush. This is a BH Cosmetics number 4. It's just like a round angled brush. I'm just going to tap in, tap off, and then we're just going to go in. And I do want to get a Like, I know that this is natural lighting, but I want to get a little clip outside as well. And then I'm going to try to do like a wear test and see how this lasts on me. I don't have a whole lot to do today, so it's not like I'm going to be putting it through like rigorous testing. But to at least see how it lasts, how it looks outside, if oils start shining through super quickly. And I kind of want to do a video, not that I have a full face, but I kind of want to do a video of like products that I did not like and give them like a last chance before I throw them away. Because one of the products that I really, really did not enjoy, let's see, it's starting to look a little strange right here. I don't know how that's going to pick up on camera, but a product that I really did not enjoy is one that a lot of people really like. And it was also when I first started trying to wear makeup more regularly. So I'm not sure if I just wasn't using it right, even though it's a foundation. I don't really know. I mean, if you're putting it on your face, you can't really use it wrong. Like, maybe I wasn't using the right products with it, and it was causing it to look bad, but it's the original Wet n Wild Photo Focus. They just came out with their dewy one, which I definitely would not like. But I had the original, and I just hated the way that it sat on my skin. It looked so bad. It literally looks like someone took an uneven wall and just pushed paint on it. And it's just thick, it's cakey, it's textured. You see everything in all the wrong ways. I just was not a fan. But a lot of other people seem to really like it. So I was like, maybe I was just doing something wrong because I didn't really know what I was doing. And I've held on to it because I really like Wet n Wild, but I haven't used it again recently. I've used it quite a bit. So like, if I do that video, you'll see that there's a bit missing out of the bottle, but I don't like it. So if you'd be interested in seeing that kind of video, also let me know down below. I'm trying to figure out what highlighter I want to use while I'm talking. So I've got a lot of hand motions going on. Because I want to use one that I know looks good, but I also want to use one I haven't used in a while. I guess we'll just go in with this because it's in front of me. This is the Pixie by Petra. It's actually a beauty blush duo in the shade Peach Honey. But I used it as a highlighter. So I'm going to take this brush, which looks like it might still have some highlighter on it, and I don't know what highlighter it is. So I'm going to take that on my little AOA sponge. And then what I do with this, as you can see, my nail gouged it out really early on. But I take whatever brush I'm using and I go across both sides and then a little more into the champagne-y side, because the pink side can actually read a little deep on my skin. So we're just gonna take this and put it right here. It's reading really deep today, so I'm just gonna go back in with the lighter side and build back up over it. I don't know if you can see that shadow, but even the light side seems to be doing it. I'm not happy about that. Okay, we're gonna use a different highlighter. That's really strange, because I've used this one a bunch, and I've never had it do that unless I went too heavy into the pink side. So let me find something much brighter and lighter. Let's try this. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek and Electric Slide. It's got a gold tone to it, but it's really, really pretty. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to go across the same areas So it is giving a bit of a cast because I'm putting it on top of that other one, but whatever. This is what we are dealing with today. It's not terrible. So as long as no one's like staring at me when I go to the store and going, ooh, I don't really care. We'll be fine. And you know what? Even if they do, doesn't matter. They can choose to stop looking at me. Putting it down the nose. Blend out this side a little bit more because it's looking a little heavy. All right, so now I'm going to take my pinky. I'm going to go into the same highlighter, and we're just going to pop this on the inner corner of both eyes. That matches the eyeshadow really well. I don't wear blush, so we're not going to do any blush because I don't want that to taint my opinion of the foundation. I'm just kind of seeing how everything's looking so far. I'm going to throw on some mascara, and I'm going to use the AOA Studio Fat Lash in black. I wish they'd come out with some like really unique colors of this, because this mascara is actually pretty good, and it's only $1. It's got a nice plastic brush, and I'm just going to speed through this, and then we'll pick a lip product. Alright, so mascara is done. This is such a nice product. Alright, so I'm trying to decide what color lipstick I want. I think I'm going to go for, so it's still on my desk. No, it's not. So I'm going to find something else. I guess I'm going to just do this because it's right here in front of me. This is the Sephora Gel Gloss Ultra Brilliant in the shade 04 Perfect Nude. It's got a little doe foot. Alright, just gives it a nice little shine. So this is the current finished look. Bronzer is looking a little strong today. So is the highlight. But we are not going to let that affect our thoughts on the star of the show, the foundation. So I'm going to get going, and I will check back in just a minute once I get outside, and then a little bit later. So see you in a second. Initial look is not going to be flattering, but I figured full sunlight, we could take a look at everything. I just pulled up to Walmart, so I'm just awkwardly sitting in the parking lot. So this is what we are looking like. The sun is bright. So we'll see. We'll see what happens a little later on. And it's like 4:30, so probably wear this until about 9:30. So not like a full wear, definitely not the 25 hours that it claims to be able to moisturize my skin for, but at least long enough to see how it looks. I'm not looking down here. We'll see. I'll check back in with y'all if I don't go blind. Okay, so it hasn't been quite as long as I intended, but I do want to go ahead and take this off because I've got a mask that I want to try tonight. It's about 9 o'clock, give or take, and this is what we are looking like. So it's only been on for about 5 hours, but it's holding together really well. Sometimes foundations, on me in particular, even by this point, will start to break apart because of my oils, particularly on my chin. But this is looking pretty solid. The highlighter looks incredible. I'm really happy with that combination. My forehead, no dry patch. Like, it looks like there's not even foundation, which is how it should look. And just to show that there still is, I'm going to take a makeup wipe. I'm going to add a little bit of makeup remover to it. And we're going to see how much of a difference it makes to just remove a stripe of it from my forehead. So this is the small area of the makeup wipe I will be using. So over in the corner where there is no foundation currently, and I'm just going to take it and swipe right above my eye. So as you see, it's coming off. And obviously my skin is more red, but I'm pretty happy. That's a lot better than I thought. The main reason I wanted to test it was because I wasn't sure with it being a like long wearing hydrating foundation, but I think it gets 2 thumbs up from me, and it's got sunscreen in it, which is always nice. So yeah, let me know if you've tried this before. If not, is it something that you would try? And tell me how you feel about the doe foot. Yeah, let me know down below. Give this whole video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!